What's up, guys?
What's up? Or what's the
Hey, man.
crack?
This is the soft open right before the big bumper happens, right? You're gonna edit like some spectacular thing with like pyrotechnics and all of that stuff in
Oh
there.
yeah, there'll be explosions. It's going to be like the Olympic opening ceremony. It's going to be mental.
Yeah. Shut up, Lady Gaga. Sorry.
So what I used to do on my YouTube channel was I used to do this really fun little segment called What's the Crack, where I would discuss the latest gossip or whatever in the magic community. And I wanted to bring that back, but I thought who better to do it with than two of the best Irish magicians that I know. You got David Peace and Steve Spade in the house. And what's up, guys? Like how's everything been?
What's the crack?
That's right. That's right. Can you explain what that even means for the listeners who are like, what the heck is this weird
doesn't
word that I've never heard of?
Yeah, I thought it meant.
Yeah, it's very closely tied to crack cocaine, and it's how you ask for cocaine when you're it's
Makes
what's the crack? Crack is an Irish term, and it's what's used for like any news type thing. It's like what's up. It's the equivalent of saying what's up, how are you doing type thing. It's a greeting. So if you see something you haven't seen in a while, it'll be either like what's the story, what's the crack. It's just like, do you have any news? That's the meaning of it. So.
And it ties into the Craic agus Ceol thing, which is just like fun and music or whatever, So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. So the whole idea is that we're going to do these hopefully monthly, maybe semi-monthly, depending on what the amount of gossip that there is in the magic community or whatever. We just kind of wanted to discuss a few different things that are going on. So we have an agenda for today. David, what are we going to be discussing today?
Yeah, we're going to start with the Magic Castle. And just for people as well, if you want this to be more regular, just start some shit and then we can have stuff to talk about.
I'm brilliant at starting shit. Come on, bring it on. Fuckers.
Yeah, so we have a fun little lineup today. We're going to talk about the Magic Castle. Penguin Magic's going to come up later. We're going to talk about the new happenings in Vegas. So what's the crack with the Magic Castle? So basically, there is a little bit of drama right now between the Magic Castle and the Academy of Magical Arts. And you might be thinking, like, what the heck is the Academy of Magical Arts? I've heard of the Magic Castle, but I've never heard of the AMA, right? So you have the MCE, Magic Castle Enterprises. This is the company that owns the property. They physically own the building that is called the Magic Castle. Then you have the AMA, the Academy of Magical Arts. They are the company that basically runs the Magic Castle's operations. They staff the restaurant, they staff the hosts, they staff the managers for the magicians, they staff the magic shows and all of that stuff, right? For the longest time, I didn't even know that the AMA had that much control. I always thought the AMA was just like, oh, the magic performances was the AMA. No, they run everything, right? So not too long ago, the Magic Castle was purchased by someone else, right? And so during these negotiations, they decided this is how much we're going to charge the AMA for rent and all of that stuff. They put them on a contract and everything. Well, it turns out that the property taxes right in the middle of old Hollywood are ridiculously high, right? So what's happening now is the Magic Castle is not making enough money to turn a profit because they're paying so much in property taxes, right? I want to say the deal that they made, and I could be wrong on the numbers here, but I want to say that the deal that they made was they were going to pay a certain amount flat rent, and then they were going to have like a percentage on top of that or something like that. Well, it turns out the Academy of Magical Arts is having a really, really good year. And the last couple of years, actually, since COVID, things have ramped up and they've been doing extremely well. So now the MCE is like, look, when your contract is expired, we're going to renew it, but we're going to be charging you guys this now. And the AMA was like, whoa, what's going on here? Now we're making some more money and you guys want a piece of that. That's not cool. When we renew the contract, we're okay with a little raise because, obviously there's like a cost of living adjustment and like the minimum wage is going up and staffing and all that. So we get that stuff, right? Obviously paying a little bit more is fine, but not what you're talking about. So the Magic Castle was like, well, then we're just not going to renew your contract. And the AMA was like, well, screw you then. We're just not going to be in your building anymore. And we're going to take the Magic Castle and we're going to move somewhere else. And here's where it gets even dicier. Magic Castle Enterprises doesn't own the name for the Magic Castle in the Los Angeles city limits. So if the AMA decides to move somewhere, they're going to be able to call whatever their venue is, as long as it's within Los Angeles city limits. They're going to be able to call it the Magic Castle, and the Magic Castle is not able to call it the Magic Castle anymore. So basically, what would happen is the Academy of Magical Arts would take the Magic Castle and move it somewhere else, and then the Magic Castle would just be the building, right? So there's two different camps of people, two different places you could fall on. Are you loyal to the building, or are you loyal to the brand? And that's kind of where a lot of this drama is cooking up. They've done some town halls and things like that. I'm not going to discuss the specifics of what they talked about because the meetings were meant only for the members, so I'm not going to air out all of the dirty laundry here. But just to give you guys kind of a basic idea, they've had some town hall meetings where members were able to ask questions and stuff like that. And the meetings did not necessarily quell any of the fears or questions or worries that a lot of the members had. It's a lot of political, not answering the question, even though you've talked for 30 minutes kind of stuff. And it's just making a lot of people upset. So yeah, some of this stuff is still unfolding. It's been
Right.
unfolding for like the last year now. But as things continue, if I'm able to update you guys, I'd love to update you guys on that. But what
Yeah.
are your guys' thoughts on that stuff?
I suppose it does happen when there's profits being made and the other people want, their kind of slice of the pie or whatever, that it does happen in business as well. It's kind of like if you were doing a big show or something and you didn't have a lot of support, and then all of a sudden you get a big break, and then all of a sudden everyone's out of the woodwork. It's the same kind of thing. It happens right across every sector of business. What do you think? What do you think is going to be like? What's the ideal outcome? Do you think stay as it is and they just agree better rates?
Yeah, so there's a few different ideas that have been floating around. One of them was let the Magic Castle take over staffing the restaurant and everything, and let them keep the profits from that, and let the Academy of Magical Arts continue to keep the profits from the door fees, from whatever. I'll be honest, I don't even know all the different ways that they're generating their money, but memberships, obviously, they're charging a lot for memberships, for them, both the magician members and the associate members that are basically like they're the club members, but they're not magicians, right? They're just like the people that they pay a lot more to be a part of it so they can come and watch the shows and all of that. But that was one of the ideas, was to kind of hand over like the restaurant kind of stuff to the Magic Castle and let them make their profits off of that so that they can keep the thing running. Another option was just pay the Magic Castle more. Look, you guys are making record profits. Just hand some of that money over to them. Now, here's where some of the other political stuff comes in. And this is all alleged. Okay. I don't know the specific inner workings of this, but this is what people are saying. They're saying that the board of directors created a new position and they're paying themselves a lot of money. So the Magic Castle's raking in a lot of money, but the members are not necessarily seeing the fruits of that money that's being raked in. I mean, our fees continue to go up every year, right? So, like the initiation,
Fireworks.
the fireworks. I told you there was gonna be pyrotechnics, right? And so
That's where the budget is going. We're blowing.
It's so
sponsored by the Magic Arts.
Oh man, that was funny. It's so damn it, I lost my train of thought now. What was I just saying?
You
I
were
was
saying that like the fees are going up every year for
yeah,
people.
yeah. Like the initiation fees when I became a member, it was like $500. It's like $3,000 almost now for the initiation fees for new members. So like the money is going up. So it's not like oh they're making all this money, so like the members are having to pay less, right? And so there's a lot of scuttlebutt in the membership about why they don't want to pay it, and it's because they want to make more money for themselves. again, it's all alleged. This is what people are saying, but yeah, it's really a bummer. Like for me, the best outcome would be just to kind of have things stay as they are, but maybe like let the AMA just pay more money to the Magic Castle so that they're happy, they're making a profit, right? Because why would I want to start a business? Like let's just say I wanted to open a restaurant, right? You told me, yeah, Michael, it's going to be great. We're going to open this restaurant. It's going to be wonderful, right? Everything's going to be awesome, but you're not going to make any money though. Like you're going to put in a lot of work and a lot of effort into making this thing happen, and everyone's going to get paid, the staff is going to get paid and everything like that, but you're not really going to make any money. In fact, you might lose some money on it.
Is that
Is
not
that
being a
okay with
professional
you?
magician though?
Was that
Is that not just being a professional magician?
that is true. That is true. Yeah.
When you look at it,
Is
you can see the stuff with like that building is obviously historic, and like it's the place that Vernon walked through, and like there's all these like urban legends about the building itself. So like you can take the brand, but you can't take that with you, like the
yeah,
actual physical stuff.
exactly.
And then there's the thing as well that you can see from like the AMA have made more profit from since COVID, but a lot of companies have had a COVID boost and are now falling off a cliff. Like I know of like Shopify during COVID hired loads of staff and then had to do massive redundancies because there was a boom, and a lot of people might have gotten into Magic during COVID, joined the AMA, paid their membership fees, but now 2 years later they don't really have time. Like, oh yeah, I won't renew it this year. Like, and suddenly those massive profits that are coming can be dropped. So having it, depending on how long a new contract would be, that's something you have to be worried about, and that's where maybe like something like give them to take over the restaurant or increase like the commission on ticket sales or something like that. That's a flexible arrangement rather than being you have to give us this much more money for the next 10 years, and in 3 years' time, the amount of money the AMA has falls off if they can't afford it. So
it sounds like they're in two separate things. It's just like this is your thing, and if it's doing well, we want some of it. But if it's doing shit, we're fucked. You're in the water by yourself, you know.
Yeah, and not wanting to give up the restaurant is a big one. Like like David just said, well, you know, if they're saying let them have the restaurant, let them have it, and that's where the AMA is like, but that's our moneymaker though, because even me as a member, right now, if I were to get them on the phone and be like, hey, I would like to make a reservation so I can come to dinner. When's your next available reservation? They'll be like, oh, maybe sometime in like September, like first week of September. Like the hell, like a month or so from now, like I have to wait, you know. And so it's like it's been busy. It's been very busy. Like every day during maybe like Tuesday, Wednesday, it's like a little slower, but it feels like every night it's just packed in there. So like they're doing great. Now it's like, well, what can we do for the members? What can we do to kind of figure out this whole thing? And what's for me, whatever is right by the members is what I think that they should do. If they think that the membership, and I think the membership should be allowed to have a say in this too. And that's another thing that's kind of making people, you know, rubbing people the wrong way, is that the members are not really feeling like their voices are being heard. So it's all like I said, it's all still unfolding, and hopefully they reach some kind of agreement. But that's the news on the Magic Castle drama. So
hopefully we can keep an eye on it and see how it goes, and it gets a good solution, because it would be a pity for it to see it move, because of just the history of the place. But also it's always the problem when you don't own the venue. You know, it's like such an iconic link together, but when it's owned separately, that's always a pain.
yep.
So we move on to the next topic, which is about penguin shipping. So do you want to give the backstory to that, Michael?
Yeah. So Penguin Magic, I don't remember when exactly it was earlier this month or something. I wasn't even aware of it. Someone made a post on one of the Facebook groups about how they weren't happy with Penguin Magic anymore because they're not going to be doing the free shipping domestically. I think they've always charged a little bit for international shipping. I don't know. Have you guys purchased anything?
Yeah, we have like some things, like if you're buying a packet trick or something like that, it's free shipping to Ireland. On some things say it, some things don't. I think it depends on the weight. So like if you're buying like a wave or something that they can shove in an envelope, that's free shipping.
Okay.
But for larger things, then it's harder.
Yeah, and it might have been like that in the States too. Like I'm sure if you bought like some massive stage prop or something, they probably would charge something for it. But right now they've decided that they're going to change it, and it's going to be any order that's less than $100, they're going to get charged a flat shipping rate. Domestic, which I think they said was $5, and international, which I think they said is $10. Which, if I'm being 100% honest with you, that's like nothing. I charge $40 international on my online store, and people be like, "Why are you charging so much?" And it's like, bro, because that's how much it costs me to ship it to you. Like, people think that I'm pocketing that money, right? And that's the thing. So a lot of people are like, "Oh, Penguin Magic is just following the rest of the herd, and they're being greedy." I'm gonna defend Penguin Magic here for a second, and I'm gonna explain how free shipping works, because believe it or not, the free shipping actually isn't free. You are still paying for shipping. You're just not paying for shipping, if that makes sense. What they would do, let's just say shipping was going to be $8, right? You buy the thing, you pay your taxes, you pay the extra $8 in shipping, and then I send it out to you, right? Now, if I were to say, O'Brien Magic Shop is now offering free shipping for you guys, so you don't have to pay that extra $8, right? You just have to buy the products. And you're thinking, oh, wow, that's great. But then you realize, oh, all of the products are now $5 more expensive. So if you were to buy 2 or 3 things at once, you're actually spending more money now. Like, let's just say I raise the price $5 and you order 4 products off of my website, you're actually paying $20 for shipping now. It's not called shipping, but you're literally paying extra money for me to ship the product to you, right? So Penguin Magic's argument is, we don't want to do that moving forward. We already know that we're going to have to increase the cost of products just because inflation, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, we don't want to do that. We don't want to have the magic costs going up and up and up and up. So in order to combat that, to take some of the load off of us, we're just going to ask you guys to pay some shipping so that we don't have to raise the prices of the products. And I think that that's fair.
I think it's a big thing as well from like an international point of view. And this is
Mhm.
something that we've seen when they introduced the free shipping to Ireland and stuff like that. It made me buy less from Penguin because it used to be about $10 to $15 shipping, and from the day I clicked order to having it in my hand was 2 weeks. If I order something currently with the free shipping, or with last time with free shipping, it's 6 to 7 weeks to arrive.
Mhm.
I have had stuff arrive that I forgot I ordered. I'm not. I was like so excited. Yeah, wait to get this drink, and then a package arrives, or well, first I get a customs declaration, have to pay that, which again is mad, and then you get the product. Like, oh yeah, I did order that in a whim at like midnight one night. Oh yeah, I've completely forgot about it. So it's like if I can pay, and then the other option, it was free shipping or like $25 or $40, and then you get it in a few days. But when you're buying like one deck of cards, you're not gonna. When the shipping is more expensive than the trick, you tend to buy it less. So like if they can bring it back to the $10 to $15 shipping, but I get it faster, I'm 100% going to go with that, because 6 weeks and free shipping for 6 weeks is just insane.
It's different shipping. I think I only checked it this morning. So if you go for like an international thing, you're buying something, the extra $40 whatever is like a FedEx 3-day delivery, I think. Because remember years ago that thing where he'd bring it to your door for $1,000 or whatever. Do you remember
Oh
that thing?
yeah, I remember that. A car would
That
show up, right? And
like
he would deliver it to you.
yeah. I think that was before the free shipping thing. But you're right, the time can be long. And obviously then if you need something for a show, you've no choice but to do the 3-day turnaround FedEx shipping, whatever,
Yeah, so I'd be ordering like my Penguin Mark decks now for Christmas gigs, because I just need to make sure I have them. So it's like you're really waiting like that long and stuff. So like
Yeah.
I don't mind paying like quickly, but like if I'm paying 15 quid and it's still 6 weeks, then I'm really not gonna go for it. So
Yeah.
we can see what way that goes.
Now, I don't know the inner workings of Penguin's shipping. I don't know what deals that they have with what carriers or whatever. For example, with me, I have 3 different carrier options in the shipping software, whatever you want to call it, that I use. It's like FedEx, USPS, DHL, and UPS. So I have like 4 options, right? DHL is the most expensive, but that's for like if I'm shipping to like Indonesia or something. Like I have to ship it through DHL, right?
Yeah.
And it ends up costing me like $100.
Mm.
Like I've had someone order like one item, and they paid their $40 shipping, And then I'm like, yeah, I'm losing money on this, but I'm not going to not send it, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'll send it to you. But it's like I have to go through DHL because no one else will ship this thing. So it's like $100 to ship them like a $25 thing that they purchased, And so sometimes you take a loss, sometimes you make a profit, and then just depending on the volume, how much you're sending out, it sort of evens out, and then you're hoping that it evens out at a profit, not below where you're losing money. And so I think that's where they're kind of at. They're like, look, it's evening out, but we're not really making enough profit to make it really worth it. So we just need that extra little bump. We're going to charge a little bit more for shipping for you guys. And to what you said, with my shipping options, it's all 3-day like shipping options, right? I think 3 to 5 days is like the only or like next day like priority, which is like a lot more expensive. But it's like there's like 3 to 5 days shipping, and that's like it for me to choose from. And so that's why people are like, why are you charging me $40 to ship this to like the United Kingdom or to Ireland, Australia, anywhere in the world, right? And it's like, well, because it cost me $40 to ship it to you, right? I'm not trying to lose money. Like I'm trying to make, I'm trying to make a living. This is how I earn my living. I'm like, trust me, man, if I could make it a lot cheaper, I would. And that's why I go through Murphy's.
Yeah.
So I can distribute my product worldwide. And then I'll be like, don't buy it from me, buy it from Penguin. Buy it from Vanishing Ink. Vanishing Ink has a warehouse in the United Kingdom, right? So if you're in the UK or Ireland or whatever, they can send it to you, and you probably won't pay that much for it. You'll probably get it a lot faster, right? So it's like, yeah, buy it through these companies that you know and you trust, and you'll get it delivered to you faster. But for the companies or for the people that can't get certain products from anywhere, usually it's like Penguin has it, Vanishing Ink has it. I don't know. Name another major magic retailer that. What?
Alakazam Magic has a lot of
Alakazam. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, like there's like maybe 3 or 4 options that you have to choose from that carry like this large amount of stuff. Even David Penn used to carry all this stuff. And I think now he only really sells the stuff that World Magic
World
Shop
Magic
produces, right?
Stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, it's one of those things where like, yeah, it sucks. You got to pay the extra $10 or $15 to ship it now, but hopefully, like you said, David, it arrives faster.
Yeah.
And in the long run, especially if you're buying a lot of stuff, maybe if you only buy like a couple of silks or something, you're not going to make, you're not going to be saving any money. But like hopefully if you're buying more, um, you're seeing that you're saving money. And also, David, when you said I spend less money, I think another side of that too is if I know that I have to pay shipping, I'm gonna order more now. I'm not gonna order one thing and then one thing and then one thing, right? Because
Like
I
I've
have free
Amazon
shipping.
Prime,
I'll just order
so
this one thing.
I'm on Amazon Prime. I've ordered like 4 separate things in the same day because just throughout the day I'm like, oh, I need this order. Oh, I need this order. Rather than like doing a bulk order because it's just free shipping no matter what I pick. So
yeah, exactly. So I think in the long run too, profit wise and business decision wise for Penguin, it's gonna be good because people are gonna be like, I wanted that deck of cards, but I don't want to spend $15 on shipping to get that one deck of cards. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the deck of cards. I'm going to get the other 2 or 3 things that I was looking at getting, and I'm just going to put that all in the same order. And so now you're going to see more bulk orders going out, which means Penguin's going to be selling more, and Penguin's going to be saving more on shipping themselves because now they're not shipping 10 items, they're shipping that one, or they're not sending out 10 shipments, they're sending out 10 items in one shipment. So it'll be easier on them too. And the last thing
at a certain point as well, there's always that thing. Oh, just add $5 more to your account and you get free ship. Do you see that on every website? So there's like, like I'm just looking now. If you buy if you want to buy double cross at $65, and you're like, oh, it's like 20 quid shipping, or I could spend 40 quid and get another trick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they're doing the $100. If you spend $100, it's free shipping too. So it's like, and that's easy to do. You buy 3 products, and that's like $100 probably.
They do the 5 for 99 thing a lot. So like,
what's that?
The 5 for 99 deal that they do all the time.
Oh
like,
yeah.
So like that and plus a silk, and there you go.
Yeah, boom. What do you think, Steve?
Yeah. No, I know from Dave just saying that like, oh, I ordered something and I didn't get it yet, and then he's like waiting for it, and then he forgets completely about it, and then he goes, oh, I got that thing, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? So
That's just a magician problem, though.
yeah.
That's not a penguin free shipping issue. That's just
Dave, you
magicians.
need
Like,
to
oh, I
remove.
ordered this thing. Oh crap! When did I order this? It was 3 in the
I'm an
morning.
addict.
You need to remove your credit card. You need to actually type in the number. That'll be easier.
Just to experiment now, I'll buy something on Penguin Magic and pay the shipping and I'll see if it comes faster. Just purely as a scientific experiment, not because I have a problem. I can quit anytime I want to.
Someone said that they just tried like yesterday, the day before, and that they hadn't actually enacted it yet. So I don't know when it's going to go into effect, but they sent an email. So if you sign up on Penguin's email, please go read your email. They talk about all of this in there. But yeah, that's my thoughts on free shipping.
Cool. And now we're going to move on to a thing. This is kind of based on Colin Cloud's new show that's coming to Vegas. So kind of like the way that's splitting out, and kind of just with that, we're going to talk a bit about how maybe some new magic shows in Vegas and how good that's good for Vegas as well to keep up the variety. Steve, do you want to talk about that for a bit?
Yeah, no, I just noticed that recently, just with Collins opening his new show and a lot of fanfare around it, it does have that old feel of like when Magic came to Vegas, kind of feel again with kind of young blood and stuff going in there. So it's good to see. And then I suppose the connection that Shimlin had with Colin, and now Colin's gone doing his own thing. It can only be good for Magic, and obviously there's veteran guys there that are off the strip as well, and stuff like Mike Hammer and other guys like that, that are brilliant, as well. And yeah, it's really good to see it. I think it's kind of a new, kind of a lightning strike that I might have needed. And now there's new venues opening. The new Hard Rock is going to be open, and other venues are closing. So it does feel like there's kind of a new generation.
Yeah, you can really see that, because like when you're looking at the Magic, it shows that there's a demand for Magic. Because like if the Magic shows that were in Vegas weren't selling, nobody would be like, let's open a new Magic show. So it's like it shows that the show with Shim Lim was doing well. That they'd go, we'll give Colin his own show. It'd be curious to see how Shin's show goes then as well, that sort of way. If there'll be anybody else brought in there. And also, like, you see Copperfield's been on the strip forever, Penn and Teller been on the strip forever, and they're the longest running people in Vegas now. So it's that sort of thing of that, like, we have a lot of legends in Vegas who've been there for a long, long time, and it's good to see that other people are getting the stage time in Vegas, getting their name in Vegas, so that in 20, 30 years, we can be like, oh, these guys have been in Vegas for 20, 30 years, and we're not in a situation where we lose Copperfield, we lose Penn and Teller, they all stop performing. And it's just a situation of this, like, oh shit, no one has any experience performing in Vegas at a higher level. And like, there's always been other guys doing it, of course, like, but it's just getting that sort of fanfare. And I guess like the Got Talents have to take a bit of credit for that too, because it's getting their names out there, and then they go to Vegas. So it really shows that like the Got Talents, where they originally used to take the piss out of magicians every time we'd go on and you'd see a magician walk out in Britain or America's Got Talent and be like, oh, Jesus Christ. And it would be like, it's now leading to like a renaissance of magic performance, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's what it feels like for sure. Even like with like Matt King, and when we saw him in Blackpool, and he actually mentioned a bit of that, remember, in his talk about kind of like a young blood kind of feel in Vegas at the moment. And I saw actually Jerry McCambridge, the Mentalist, he's getting a kind of a star on the Walk of Fame, whatever the equivalent of that is in Las Vegas pretty soon. So to see kind of veterans do that, and then see people like the new Mentalist type thing, like Colin Cloud, kind of fill in those shoes, it's great to see.
Yeah, it's really cool. I think it's going to be a big hit anyway. So we'll all have to go over to Vegas now. That's the excuse, just to see Magic, not to gamble.
Yeah, well, Magic Live is just around the corner, I think, too. It's first week of August or second week of August, something like that. Yeah, I tried to get a dealer stand, and it was a bust. So I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to go this year.
You need to charge more for shipping, and then have that as your dealer money.
That's right. That's exactly it. Yeah, remember at Blackpool, it was like 186 dealers, I want to say, something like that.
Yeah,
massive. At Magic Live, 50 dealers.
Okay.
So so it's one of those you have to wait. It's one of those you have to wait until someone dies or quits Magic or something kind of situations to get in. But I'm on the wait list, so hopefully next year. But yeah, I won't be going this year.
Have people walking around the dealer stands be like, "Oh no, you shouldn't come back next year." Definitely no. That's not. That's actually not up to scratch.
Yep.
to discourage people out of it. But yeah, I think it was just nice touch that there's like a new show kicking off in Vegas, and definitely I think a lot of people are going to see it because Colin's one of the best mentalists out there in the world, so it'll be really cool to see.
Yeah,
it's great to hear people saying that it's just as entertaining as it is funny as it is this. So it does have that the showman kind of buzz that is not I'm just the mentalist or I'm the magician or I'm the entertainer, and that's what you need for Vegas. If you go to any of the shows, all the best guys are entertainers, or girls, just to be fair.
There's a lot of like little underground things too that are popping up. I think one of them was it like hide and seek or something like that, I want to say. There's a couple of these like little magic venues that are not like massive, like in the big casinos or anything like that. That are doing really well. People are talking about how much fun they are and all that stuff, and the people involved are saying how great it's been to be able to do something like this. So even the I don't want to say the little time magicians, right? But like, you know what I mean? Like the more up and coming magicians that are one day hopefully going to have that larger show in Vegas. They're putting together a lot of stuff. Like Jeff McBride used to do the Wonderground. And now he's sort of passed that along to Will Bradshaw, his understudy. It's Will Bradshaw's Wonderground now, and it has very much that same old Vegas charm to it. It's a big stage show where they invite a lot of really popular magicians from around the world to come in and do their performances and all of that stuff. And it's not a big Vegas spectacle like on the Strip, but it's still very popular and people are really enjoying that. So yeah, it's definitely very much the next generation kind of feel to it.
Yeah, there's something cool about that. It's kind of like seeing like a rock band, but they're unplugged and now they're going to do an acoustic set. It has that feel, it's more kind of intimate and organic. And then if you get to see kind of a legendary performer or someone that's up and coming in that environment, you get to see them for real, where when they're hidden behind all the lights and the smoke and everything else in the future, it might not be really who they are,
Yeah, 100%. So I think that's everything that we need to talk about. I don't think there's anything else that we really need to go through at all. I think that was there.
And if you want to continue having this show, just start trouble in the magic community and give us stuff to talk about.
Just go mad. Just start doing stuff. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, positive stuff. That'd be great. If we could just have 1 week
definitely.
or 1 month, which is all positive. That'd be great.
Yeah. What's with the magic calf? Cut.
We'll see y'all next month. So and we'll talk about what's the crack then. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you then.